Now at 5, a Joplin historian talks about the city's history as it celebrates 150 years. Plus, the Kansas House approves a bill that would limit abortions in certain scenarios, and sports gambling is one step closer to legalization in Missouri.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
We have severe thunderstorm watches in the area. This is KOAM News at 5. I'm Dow Quick. Let's go straight to Chief Meteorologist Doug Heddy for a first look at the weather.
Yeah, we have a severe thunderstorm watch in effect for about half of the region until 11 p.m. This includes northeastern parts of Oklahoma, northwest Arkansas, most of southwestern Missouri, pretty much along and south of the I-44 corridor. One severe thunderstorm warning moving out of Berry County, and then one pushing into Washington County in northeastern parts of Oklahoma. Most of these storms are just going to be really strong storms. The main threat here is going to be some gusty winds and also some large hail, but look how they have blossomed over the past couple hours. And again, we do have some big ones near Branson, and then also in the northwestern Arkansas and the northeastern parts of Oklahoma. So from Miami to Grand Lake down toward Jay, a lot of thunder, a lot of lightning. So where you see these bigger cells, these are the guys that could produce upwards of golf ball size hail. Now, any severe threat mainly stays I-44 and south, but very heavy amounts of rain for us tonight. So we have a lot to discuss coming up here in just a bit.
See you soon. City of Joplin turns 150 years old today. KOAM's Jalen Banks is in City Hall for the celebration.
Yes, Dow, as you know, the City of Joplin turns 150 today, and they're celebrating by looking back on some of its history. The city held a presentation open to the public, remembering and highlighting the work of what they call Missouri's greatest 20th century painter, Thomas Hart Benton. The presentation showed Benton's work from a sketch artist from a local newspaper, his murals, all the way up to his work in local television.
Well, I think this is one of the positive stories from our 150 years, and that it's a very important part of our history and culture. We're very blessed to have a Benton painting, and especially in our City Hall.
Reporting in Joplin City Hall, Jalen Banks, KOAM News.
All right, Jalen, thanks. The Kansas House passed a bill that would further limit abortions in the state. It's based on the claim that abortion providers leave infants to die after they're born during certain types of abortions. The bill would declare that when there's a live birth during an abortion procedure, medical personnel must take the same steps to preserve the newborn's life as they would with other live births. Opponents say that narrative isn't true and that the bill is designed to give abortion care a negative public image. The bill now heads to the Kansas Senate. The Missouri House this week passed a bill to legalize sports gambling in the state. The bill would tax sports betting at 10%, with those tax revenues going to fund public education. Now heads to the Missouri Senate. In recent years, bills to allow sports betting have failed to make it to the Missouri governor's desk. In total, 33 states, including Kansas, now offer at least some form of sports wagering. The Tarzan Zerbini Circus has arrived in Webb City. The circus features a variety of animals, including tigers and elephants and horses, and of course there are human performers as well. The circus will have shows on South Madison through April 2nd. They say they've been entertaining audiences for more than 50 years.
The Tarzan Zerbini Circus is back in town, and we have an ensemble of artists from all over the world that are going to be appearing here. Some of them have appeared on America's Got Talent. Some really unique stuff.
Now, for years, the animal rights group PETA has objected to the role of animals in that circus. The circus claims the PETA complaints are unfounded. We're going to have more on that tonight on the late edition of KOAM News. Some warm weather and good food. Sometimes all you need to have a good day. Lamar, Missouri today hosted their monthly Picnic in the Park food truck event. 8 food trucks were there today, ranging from tacos and barbecue to ice cream.
Just wanted the opportunity to bring more people to our park. Food trucks are something that's always fun. We can't do a huge thing like First Fridays or like Third Thursdays. We just, we're a small park, small town. We can just do a little bit.
Picnic in the Park is every 4th Thursday of each month until October, except August. Still ahead, getting answers about TikTok.
Lawmakers grilled the CEO of TikTok over potential national security risks. I'm Skyler Henry on Capitol Hill with the calls to either ban or limit the popular app here in the U.S.
And next in Health Watch, some artificial tears eye drops are being recalled after reports of 3 people dying from contamination. Topping today's Health Watch, the U.S. Food and Drug Administration is urging people to use caution when using artificial tears eye drops. At least 3 people have died after using the drops that are free of preservatives. Reporter Danya Bacchus has more on which drops are affected and why consumers should be cautious.
The CDC says at least 3 people have died because of a rare bacteria found in some brands of eye drops.
This organism has penetrated the eye and penetrated the bloodstream and actually killed 3 people. That's quite a rare thing to happen.
According to the CDC, at least 8 people have lost their vision and some have had eyeballs removed. So far, 68 people in 16 states have been infected. The FDA has recalled 3 products from EzraCare and Delsum Pharma. Ophthalmologist Dr. Daniel LaRoche, who is the president of Advanced Eye Care in New York, says the products were preservative-free.
Normally, most eye drops have preservatives in them to prevent bacterial contamination.
Symptoms can include yellow or green discharge in the eyes, discomfort, redness, increased light sensitivity, and blurry vision. Dr. LaRoche says people who use eye drops should always make sure the eye drops are made by U.S. manufacturers. Wash your hands before and after using eye drops. Do not touch the dropper to your eye. Close the eye drop bottle tightly after each use. Use the drops within 1 month of opening and store eye drops away from heat, light, and moisture.
Most of the millions of Americans that are taking eye drops don't have to be worried about something like this happening, but just be aware and look at this and take these precautions.
He says if you get serious red eye, pain, or a decrease in vision, to see a doctor immediately. Danya Bacchus, CBS News.
2 other products from other manufacturers have also been recalled in recent weeks for unrelated contamination concerns. Doctors in Sweden say young people with anxiety and depression might benefit from medical sleep treatment. When melatonin was prescribed for sleep issues, researchers found children and teens, especially girls, were less likely to harm themselves. And new research from the University of Birmingham shows climate change had a big impact on surgery rates in the UK last year. 1/5 of UK hospitals were forced to cancel elective procedures during last summer's record heat wave, with some doctors performing surgeries earlier in the morning to beat the heat. And that is a look at today's health news. A little bit later, the longtime owner of a staple Pittsburgh supermarket announces his retirement.
Plus, we have thunderstorms tonight, some of those strong, maybe even severe. We're going to look at that coming up. Well, of course, we're watching showers, thunderstorms tracking through the region, even a severe thunderstorm watch until 11 p.m. along and south of the I-44 corridor. We are getting some rain in here, which you can see on our Indigo Sky Casino and Resort Tower Cam just outside of Seneca, Missouri. All right, severe threat is mainly along and south of I-44. We could still get a couple stronger storms north of I-44, but most of the action is going to be along and south of I-44 now until about 10 p.m. Main threat is flooding. It will elevate. Hail threat, and of course the heavy rain threat is on the high side. But we are seeing these showers and thunderstorms developing, so watch out until 11 p.m. right through the metro, right along I-44. Now in the yellow boxes, this is where we are seeing severe thunderstorm warnings. So one just moved out of Berry County. Besides that, we don't have any active severe thunderstorm warnings at this point in time. Look at the showers, look at the thunderstorms just really blow up over the past couple hours. And most of these are just going to be good old storms, strong storms, heavy amounts of rain, especially right along that I-44 corridor. The bigger severe weather I think is going to stick just to the south of Oklahoma City and then down through north central parts of Texas as we go through the overnight hours. But where you see the yellow, that is moderate rain. And then where you see the reds popping up, those are stronger thunderstorms. So let's go ahead and we'll look in eastern parts of McDonald County into western parts of Berry County. A lot of thunder, a lot of lightning, some pea-sized hail within this storm. Eastern parts of Berry County, this storm is pushing out, so that warning has at least gone down. Let's go up to the metro real quick and you can see just moderate rain. Pittsburgh mainly dry, but moderate rain from Joplin south toward Neosho. Let's go into northeastern Oklahoma. This is a much stronger cell, just below severe limits. Southern parts of Delaware County, so where you see the reds, all the thunder and the lightning, also some pea-sized hail, but just below those severe limits. Let's track a little bit farther toward the west. So we're going to jump into Craig County, Nowata County. This is an intense storm just south of Bartlesville. All these guys are moving northeast at about 50 to 55. So they're booking and they're containing winds gusting kind of 50 to 60. So where you see that storm, this storm, that storm, these are right below severe limits, but we need to keep our eyes on them as we go through the evening hours. So the bigger severe weather is going to be along the cold front. Look at this. It's 48 KC, it's 49 in Joplin, it's 80 in Fort Smith. So it's that clash of the cool and the warm, and that's where we're seeing those showers and thunderstorms. These are going to continue on and off through the overnight hours, right along the I-44 corridor. Heaviest is going to be out of here by morning, but we are going to still have random little showers sticking around as we go through the afternoon. But look at the rainfall amounts, upwards of 2 inches in Joplin, 2 to 3 south of I-44. You go up towards the 8th Center, 1/10 of an inch. And those are the areas that really need the rain. It's just not the pattern. Much cooler tomorrow. We kind of stick into the mid-50s. 4 highs, 58 Saturday, 56 on Sunday. A few showers rolling in. Thunderstorms back in late next week.
Like quite a range of rainfall and temperatures across the viewing area.
Yeah, I know, it's kind of crazy, isn't it?
It is. Thanks, Doc. Coming up, lawmakers grill the CEO of TikTok as they consider a possible ban of the app in the U.S. Topping today's Consumer Watch, a retirement party for a man who's been a big part of the Pittsburgh community for half a century. Ron Rhodes, owner of Ron's Supermarket, is stepping away from the job. Customers from over the years stop by to wish him well. Rhodes has been in the Pittsburgh grocery business for 50 years, working first for his in-laws. He and his wife, Barbara, went on to open their own grocery store on South Rouse, then at the Meadowbrook Mall, and finally the one at the current location on Centennial. Rhodes has meant a lot to the community over the years, and he says the community has meant a lot to him.
My wife and I have been involved in the community from youth activities to different charitable organizations we belong to and supported and have supported us with their business. And probably the reason we've been here 50 years is because of the strength of our community.
Rhodes says his sons will continue to operate the store at its current location. Family also owns grocery stores in Chanute and Parsons, Kansas, and in Branson, Missouri. Lawmakers fired questions at the CEO of TikTok. Many members of the House Energy and Commerce Committee are building the case that the hugely popular app should be banned in the U.S. TikTok is owned by the Chinese internet company ByteDance. Reporter Skylar Henry is following the story.
Your platform should be banned.
Republican Kathy McMorris Rogers came out swinging. The committee chair called TikTok a threat to national security and to American teenagers.
Within minutes of creating an account, your algorithm can promote suicide, self-harm, and eating disorders to children.
TikTok CEO pledged to keep safety a top priority and to protect the platform from Chinese government manipulation. And he said TikTok has built a firewall to seal off American user data from Chinese access.
The bottom line is this: American data stored on American soil by an American company, overseen by American personnel.
That promise wasn't enough for skeptical lawmakers who continued bipartisan calls to either ban or restrict TikTok in the U.S.
You'd be willing to make that commitment that from now on you won't collect location health data without what you're saying at all? Is that a commitment?
This is data that's frequently collected by many other companies in our industry.
I know other companies do it. I don't think they should.
In advance of the hearing, TikTok gathered a group of influencers on Wednesday to protest the Biden administration's threat to ban the app unless it divests from its Chinese owner.
TikTok has given me and countless others like me the opportunity to showcase our talents.
But a CBS News poll shows 61% of Americans support a ban. Lawmakers gave examples of TikTok's content causing harm.
Your technology is literally leading to death.
while the CEO vowed to earn the country's trust. Skyler Henry, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
More than 150 million Americans use TikTok to watch and create videos. Canceling free trials and subscriptions can be a hassle, but proposed federal regulations could make the process a little bit easier. A proposal by the Federal Trade Commission would ban companies from trying to retain customers through deceptive or burdensome tactics. Under the new rules, consumers would be allowed to cancel memberships and subscriptions the same way they sign up for them. Amazon's new payment system is at the palm of your hand. The company is rolling out palm scanning technology, also known as cashierless checkout, at 2 Panera locations in St. Louis. The Amazon One devices let customers pay just by scanning their palms. It'll also pull up customers' rewards account and order history. Up next, we're going to learn about a pianist in Nevada, Missouri, who isn't letting his disability stop him from sharing his love of music. Up next on the CBS Evening News, how the National Park Service cares for Washington, D.C.'s iconic cherry blossoms. Now, we're not going to have a 6 o'clock news because of college basketball, but on KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14, we'll have more on concerns from PETA concerning animals at the Tarzan Zerbini Circus. Plus, an event in Joplin looks back at the role faith played in the founding of the city 150 years ago. And federal lawmakers debate a bill that would give parents more control over their child's education. Stay with us for the CBS Evening News and then KOAM News at 6. A Nevada, Missouri man isn't letting his disability prevent him from sharing his musical abilities with the community. KOAM's Amber Jenkins has more.
When words fail, music speaks. Dan Keller shares his love for music with the community, giving others a musical outlet.
You know, music is something that is a connection with me. I was born with this ability to do this kind of thing, and I think really it's just a matter of expressing myself a lot of times.
At the age of 5, Dan was able to play a song by listening to it. He knew music would be his talent to share with the world.
I would go to sleep hearing all these nice old songs that were out then, like songs by the Four Seasons. I get the chord structure in my mind first, kind of like laying the outsides and the foundation of a house is the way I look at it. You put up the structure first, and then the notes are all the rooms and the doors and the windows inside the house, and that's what you're filling in to get the song done.
Dan is blind, but that doesn't define him. His love for music does.
I don't think I'm really any special or different than anybody else, and I don't necessarily like to be like pigeonholed into that, well, he's just that way because he was born this way kind of thing.
While spending his retirement playing at the local senior center, he occasionally gives piano lessons. Dan is thankful for his leisure pace of living.
I'm retired, and I worked for the state of Missouri, you know, for 35 years, and I was always scheduled then, you know, and so now I sort of like being unscheduled. Everybody finds out a place where they're supposed to be, and this turned out to be my place.
Reporting in Nevada, Amber Jenkins, KOAM News.
He's not letting his disability affect him really at all. Dan also enjoys watching Pitt State's jazz band performance. I was fortunate to have known Dan way back in college.
Very talented man.
Talented and a great guy then, and obviously still a treasure
absolutely.
in the community today. The weather, it's going to be rainy.
Yeah, we got showers, we got thunderstorms out there. Now, most of these are just going to be good old storms, but we are going to get a random severe thunderstorm, especially in our southern counties. Main threat here is going to be very heavy amounts of rain, especially along and south of the I-44 corridor, where 1 to 3 inches of rain is going to be possible. 56 tomorrow, 58 Saturday. Still plenty of rain chances in the forecast.
A reminder, no 6 o'clock news tonight because of basketball coverage, but we will see you right back here after the games. Let's make it a great evening.